Nicole, thanks for coming in. It's nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Please introduce yourself and tell us how you got to Nosara.
I am Nicole Quesada. I'm an attorney. I'm a local attorney in the town. I have a law firm here. I got to Nosara January of 2016. So basically what happened is at that moment in my life, I was working in San Jose in a law firm there. And it was like all going great, you know, the perfect career, like professional and like all super going good, like a job, stable job. And I just like every weekend I tried to go to the beach, you know, and I managed because I was so fast at everything. And I managed to convince my boss at that time to give me Fridays off. So I was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the beach.
Pretty nice gig.
Exactly, right? It was a pretty nice gig. So I was like, I had it all. But still, I was like, no, there's something else here missing, you know? It's like...
What was it that was pulling to you to get you out of the city?
I think it's the lifestyle that I saw that you could have at the beach. Because I thought of like a place where you can combine like, okay, you can be you. You can be, you can have a business, but you can still have this lifestyle that I was craving for instead of like, you know, I had to drive like 1 hour and a half from like Romoser to Santana, pass the toll every day. It's impossible. And it's like, oh my God, 2 hours already. I will already be like past Caldera, you know, always thinking about that stuff. But the real thing that brought me here is that I had a boyfriend that was already living here. And he's like, you have to check out this place. You're going to love it. Just quit everything and just come with me. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't have a job there. Like, what am I going to do there? And like, I did it. And then when I gave the news to my family, they were like, what, are you crazy? Like, they were really not supportive of the decision.
Your mom too?
My mom too, like nobody supported me in coming here. They were like, Nosara is like so far away. It's like a jungle out there. If you go to the beach, at least go to like Tamarindo, you know, that is like what everybody knows as. There's like no hospitals and it's like, you cannot be a lawyer telling me and you have this career here. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm going to follow my intuition. So basically like I came here. And I didn't even know where I was going to come to live. I didn't even ask, like, where is the house? Where are we going to live? Like, nothing. So we were living in Monchas. It was a really, like, fun time. Of course, like, I was not working at the time. But then I got offered a job in Love Nosara, which was, like, an amazing job there. Like, I got to meet, like, Manolo and Susana. And I mean, it was a really good job there. Somehow, like, I don't know how, but somehow, like, the people of the road in front of Love Nosara, like, knew, like, oh, there's an attorney working at that store. And they would just, like, you know, come ask me consultations at the store. And it's where I make very good friends with Gato. I don't know if you know Gato.
Of course.
Of course. I thank Gato a lot because I think that he brought that part out of me again, because he always had consultations. He would bring me pipas in return, you know. I remember one time the Ministry of Health came and he's like, they took like 70 pipas from him. And I was like, I just told a friend, like, please watch the store for me. I have to go help Gato. And I appeal before the Ministry of Health to like get back his pipas. And then I was like, listen, Gato, like, this happens because you're in the public road, you know, you have to get yourself like a private spot that you can rent. And like, you know, eventually it happened.
Did that reawaken the inner attorney in you and you found out you enjoyed it?
Yes. And I used to enjoy it a lot even before coming here. But what was missing was I was not happy with my lifestyle. I was not fully me. When I came here, it was like such a sacrifice. It's like, I don't care what I'm gonna come and do here. I just come here finding like simplicity, you know, like the happiness, that thing that I think we all come looking for at the beginning, you know. So it's like you don't care how, but you just want to make it, because not everybody makes it here. It can be hard.
While we're on the subject, let's just say it. This is a hard place to make a living. It's not cheap to live here.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of competition. And it's a wonderful place, but if you have to make your living from here, that's very different than if you move here with money.
Exactly. It's very different. Like moving with money, you get to already buy the house of your dreams and come here and visit it like often in your summer, than actually coming and saying like, I want to live here on a regular basis, knowing that there's a low season, knowing that it's rainy, that the roads are like that, and like that my car every year gets like destroyed. You know, it's like
cars come here to die.
Yes, mine came and then I said bye in a toll, and that was the last time I saw it.
Well, you'll get another car and then you'll kill that one too.
Exactly.
So anyway, you're around the Love Nosara area. Activity starts picking up. People are just introducing you. It sounds like it's happening organically. You decide you want to open an office?
I saw that in this main road, not only Gato, but then the artisans came, then Patty, the one that sells, you know, the patties and the Caribbean soul food. And then I was like, you know, if in front of me, like, there's people that need help, like, I think there might be more.
Now, has that turned out to be true?
It has turned out to be very true.
Well, that's good news.
So, of course, I quit my job in Love Nosara, and then I started talking to Burnam from Century 21, and he just had like a desk, because also at that time, really hard to get like an office space. Mm-hmm. So it was like, okay.
You had the desk space above?
There was like some desks available. Bram calls me like on December, like I think it was about to be like New Year's, and he's like, have good news, like Josh that was there left this office and it's available, so please let me know if you want to take it. So that was December 2016. So January 2017, I started the office officially.
Nice. Are you still in that same location?
I'm still in that same location.
Okay, so you're comfortable there. You've got business. Things are working. What's your legal focus? What types of services are you providing as an attorney, and what do you like to focus on? Okay,
so basically, we're like a law firm that offers all branches of law. So what we wanted to create, because like when I created this, my father is a lawyer. He's like 30 years of practice. My mom is a lawyer, 25 years of practice. My grandfather is a lawyer, practiced for 50 years. So my great grandfather. So it's like in the genes, you know. Gosh. So
was that like what you read in your crib? In your crib at night to go to sleep, you were reading like legal books?
It's so natural that every day is like I see all the legal possibilities and everything, and it's like, no, you cannot do that, you can do that, and like,
so it's just who you are.
It's just who I am. Like, I love to defend people, especially people that are in situations where they don't know, like they're like, I don't understand anything of what's going on. And I get a lot of those. I'm here to give like this like one-on-one service.
So you enjoy that personal connection?
I enjoy it, and I want my clients to understand, to be able to do stuff on their own. Like, it's like I like to be of service for the people. Is there a particular area of law that you like to practice more than others? Okay, yeah. So, of course, I do a lot of real estate law. Okay. Immigration law, and everything that is like corporate law. But I really also enjoy to do weddings. Yeah, actually, we had a very super special small ceremony because of the COVID situation. Like recently, it was supposed to be, you know, like a big wedding, but then it was not possible. We were only like 8 persons there. And then when I have this camera in front of me, and it's like all the guests that were supposed to be there through Zoom, like being in the wedding with us. That's an interesting one. Yeah, it was my first official like Zoom wedding. My question is, how has this affected you and your business? And when it all started, like every consultation, it was like, okay, for instance, have property here, but they were not in Costa Rica. Like the COVID happened while they were outside Costa Rica, and now they were not able to come back to their houses. And if they had the residency, they could have entered, or at least a residency file open, they could have entered as long as they enter, as long as they do self-quarantine for themselves. So it sounds like there's a spark of interest of getting the residency in order
with this all happening, it's got a lot of people thinking in that way.
Exactly. I feel like Nosara, because I've been in so many beach towns, and I feel like Nosara is one of the main beach towns where we have more perpetual tourists. It's like, I don't know if it's like the relaxed vibe of the place or what it is, but like definitely see a less interest in becoming like legal in the country. And I've always tell them, you never know what can happen one day that you're gonna need that residency. And it's unbelievable that I never thought that they would arrive. And then we're here and it's like, told you, you know.
So it sounds like the pandemic has been good for your business some ways.
Yeah, it's been good in some ways, and I'm always also happy to help because people feel this fear where it's like, I don't know, like, can I go out? Is there a possibility for me? So I'm always happy to help, and let's find a solution for you. Let's find how, if this is truly your home, it's like where your heart is. Let's make it happen.
So you've been in quarantine for a while. So how has that been, having to stay in one spot and not go out? What was that like?
Well, it was actually amazing. I had a really, really good time. I just adopted a dog at the end of February. So
congratulations.
Thank you. His name is Osti. I have been time to connect with him and show him like, okay, this you should not do in the house, and like also like go running with him, going out walking with him. And also like I feel like I kind of felt like a tourist again. Like when I first got here, where you start to see everything. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Because I did some walks in the trails of Pelada and all these parts. And I was like, wow, you always go to the beach, but you forget like the other stuff that are there. So been doing that, been doing a lot of yoga, meditation, and a lot of like concentrating in making my business like more of an online business. You know, I started my Instagram page, Law Xperts CR, my Facebook page, and is it the moment where I decided to share my story one of these days in Nosara Classify ads.
That's interesting waters that you jumped into.
I know. I mean, I don't like to make advertisement about myself or like be like, hey, I have this, or you know.
How hard was it? Because I know starting all of this was extremely difficult for me. I had podcasts 2 and 3 years old. I was just scared to launch them because I'm going to launch a website, richburnam.com, after myself, and then I'm going to put podcasts out there. Like, it was so awkward and so weird. And now that it's going, it's not so bad. But at first, it was really kind of scary and nerve-wracking to jump out into the public eye like that.
Yes.
Is that what you're describing?
Definitely, I felt like, oh my God, I'm going to be exposed, you know, and I'm going to be like, you feel like, yeah, like it's scary. All this time, I've never even had like a sign outside my office. Nothing. It's always like word of mouth. And then this COVID thing was like, okay, Nicole, come on, like be serious. Like it's time for you to express yourself, to get out there and like, you know, communicate what you're doing and what is your business. And that's the day where I wrote and I uploaded my story, and I was like, really, am I gonna share?
Yeah, when you hit the button, was it tough?
It was so tough, especially because you get like, oh my God, maybe some people are gonna rant about it. You never know, Zara Classifieds, or maybe they eliminated, or like it only gets one like,
It's a small town.
Exactly.
Well, that sometimes brings big problems.
Exactly. So I was really nervous, but I'm so happy I did it because.
So you did that. Now you're sitting here. Now everyone's gonna know about you.
I know. It's quite interesting.
What are your dislikes about Nosara?
I think we all dislike the roads, but I really also dislike the fact that there's not a public hospital here. For me, it's like heartbreaking to hear when like Nosara families like they go to the Ebais and it's like it's not enough, of course.
In fact, our Ebais here is very similar to how it was years and years and years ago.
Yes, there's not an improvement there, and it's just like I just feel like, why don't we all like get together and like there's so much money here and just like build a hospital, you know? This is like our health. I hear people like having to take the bus to Nicoya and they're so sick and they're like inhaling the dust and these roads. And then at night, what do you do at night? Like, can you go to a pharmacy at night or like on a Sunday or like, what do you do? I hate that.
I get you. And having grown up in a city, it's quite different.
I also hate the fact that the road has been taking forever. I mean, I feel like, who knows, like, if there's corruption, who knows what's going on there, but I feel like I don't get it. Like, how come, like, Samara Road has been done, like, in a different timing and, like, all perfect, and we are, like, taking this long.
We've done a lot of podcasts about the road.
I know. I saw them all. Believe me. I'm like, let's see what's the next news about the road. June 2019.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Some of the podcasts I'm more tired of is the road, and the temporary building regulations.
Oh yeah.
I've done a lot of podcasts on that. I'm just oh gosh. On a lighter note, I want to know what your 3 favorite restaurants in Nosara are, in no particular order.
Okay. Rancho Tico is like my number 1.
What do you like to get there?
I like to get there the focaccia.
Interesting.
It's amazing. And I also like to get there. They have really good sopas, like soups. And I love to get their fish. Like they have this dish of fish and like smashed potato, vegetables, and like everything is amazing there. And I just love like the Rancho Tico vibe.
Gotcha.
Like when you go there, you go to Nosara and it's Costa Rica. I also love Olivia's. The pizza in Olivia's is like, I love it.
Which one's your favorite?
Maui. I don't even doubt it. It's like Maui. I get it all the time.
Shout out to Diego.
Shout out to Diego. Yes. Thank you, Diego. And then I really like, the third one is like in a fight between 2 of them. It's like, I love almendros a lot. DSPS. Yes, I love DSPS.
What do you like to get at DSPS?
I like to get the tuna. Is it tuna tartar? I think it is. Yeah, with focaccia.
We got to get them on here soon, Kaya, so that they can get their award. Hey, my daughter Kaya told me that you do jiu-jitsu sometimes too.
I do. I have been practicing since 2016 when I come here.
So you're a black belt already.
Oh, Kaya can't tell you about that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just another bad joke.
I'm still a white belt with 4 stripes, and I'm very proud of my 4 stripes.
You should be.
But the thing, like, I need to get that blue belt, but Daniel doesn't want to give it to me.
Hey, blue belts are tough.
He's like, you have to come more often. But then when I started with my first year in Nosara, which is like when I was working in Love Nosara, is the year where I got, I think, my 3 stripes. I was going to jiu-jitsu, like Kaya can say this, every day. And I also was helping Daniel with the kids. Now it's another story. Now it's like if I go to jiu-jitsu 1 or twice, it's like a lot. But Daniel still doesn't understand that.
Well, you're having to use your jiu-jitsu skills legally now.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Black belt skills.
It's a different sport.
A very different sport, which I love as well.
So do aliens exist?
I'm 100% sure.
Tell me why, please.
I do believe that there's life in another, like, apart from this planet. Like, there's, like, I cannot imagine how it's possible that there's not. Like, for me, it's just something that is so obvious. It's like, of course, like, if we live in this planet Earth, like, we're humans, like, living here, why do we would be so, like, self-centered and think we're the only ones out there in such a vast, like, universe?
Okay,
you know?
I understand your reasoning, but now I want to hear why you're 100% sure.
Well, I have friends that tell me some stories about, like, seeing aliens. I have one friend that she told me she had a visit from an alien in her room. Like, in her room, and there's like I don't remember the names. She knows more than me, but there's supposed to be like a tall alien and a small alien. I don't know the differences, but she got the visit from the small alien in her room, and she saw it and everything, and like just stayed there. And she said she started praying, like shout, call her mom, and then disappeared. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
That was heavy. Yeah, and I 100% believe her. Like. This is my friend that she and I can talk about aliens for a long time. I've never had a particular experience with them. Well, once, actually, when I was living in San Jose, in the terrace of my house, it was like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. And suddenly, like, it's so crazy. All the lights of the terrace just turned like blue. It was like, boom, blue. And I was like, what's going on here? And then boom, it just left. So I think that's pretty close.
Man, so you're a believer for sure.
Yeah.
We got to get your friend in here to tell that weird story. That sounds kind of scary.
She's from San Jose. We can call her.
Whoa.
Also a lawyer.
All right, next question. Do you think Trump's going to win this upcoming election in the United States?
Maybe, yes. Who knows? I'm not a big like Trump follower or like politics follower, to be honest.
But you hear his name mentioned here in Costa Rica so much.
Yes.
I started asking this question.
Yeah,
because people talk about it all the time.
I mean, it's like you love him or hate him kind of guy. It's like I've heard so many people like they love him, and then so many people that hate him. I'm not in his favor. I'm not like dislike him. It's like neutral. I'm in a neutral zone here.
Nice. The States, it's what you described earlier. It's really polarizing. If there was somebody you could sit down with for just 30 minutes or an hour or here in Nosara and just get to know a little bit better, who would that be?
In Nosara?
Mm-hmm. You could know them already and want to get to know them more, or somebody you just like to get to know, but somebody who you could just hang with for an hour, maybe have a meal with, or just sit and talk to and get to know where they're coming from. Because there's a lot of interesting people here.
Oh my God. So many. I have like, it's gonna be a hard one to choose.
You can think for a minute. I'm not going anywhere.
Let's see. And to know about their story. Like, tell
Anything.
me how you got here. Tell me your story.
It could be that, or it could be what's happening in the area, or whatever. Just somebody you'd like to get to know or ask questions or find out kind of where they're coming from.
Well, there's actually someone that I have been wanting to meet in Nosara town.
Call
and
him
I
out.
haven't been able to. They call him like the Masquesea, or like the like he has this nickname where he's like a Masquesea, or like supposedly would mean like anything that you have, any pain, any illness.
Oh, the witch doctor dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to meet him and talk to him, because what I have heard is that his knowledge, like his son or kids have not like follow what he does. So like he is the last person that has it.
All right.
This knowledge and this information. And I've heard crazy stories of people telling me like I had this pain in my leg, and then it's like boom, boom, boom. I just went there and it's gone.
That's a pretty good one.
Yes, I really, really want to like sit with him and like maybe he can teach me something, you know?
Now, the irony is I don't think he wants to talk.
I know.
I was told like he doesn't even necessarily want to know your injury. He'll.
He just sees you and does the... Have you ever been there?
No, I probably should go.
You've heard of him as well.
Oh,
just
yes.
like me.
I've had a lot of people tell me to go.
Yes, in Nosara as well. Yeah, yeah. It's an
too
old
scared.
guy from Nosara. Scared?
Yes.
Why?
I had a really bad back injury.
Okay.
And with a lot of people who tried to help heal, hurt. I don't want to go somewhere and
to
somebody
risk it.
does a pop or does something that sends me back. Like with really bad injuries, I've learned, or with like I have nerve pain. A lot of the times you'll go like 3 months where maybe you improve, and then something happens and you go back. And then you have to, it's a cycle of kind of up and down, and it takes a really long time. So I've been too chicken to go try. But I kind of want to.
Yes, I mean, I think you should, because
maybe you go first and you tell me how it goes.
Okay, I think after this like podcast, like 100%, like that, these just like made in my mind, like, okay, who's the person that I want to know? Is him. I should just go. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
And I'll let you know.
I'm excited. So for your next episode, we're gonna start off with what happened and how that went.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So hey, while you have this platform, is there anything you'd like to get out there? Any message you'd like to convey? Whether it's pertinent to your career or just to our community, like, is there anything that you'd like to say or get out there while you have this platform and the cameras are rolling?
Okay, yeah, I have some, maybe a couple of things. Okay, so the first one is that I did for this podcast, I created like this link in my website for everybody that has been like, you know, wondering in this quarantine, like, how can I become a resident, or what can I do to become a resident? What does it take? General requirements. I created this free like residency guide. So you just go in the link. It's like lawexpertscr.com residency in Costa Rica. I can give you the link later. And you just like put your name and email, and then you will receive this residency guide. And if when you read it, you think, oh, I think I can apply for any of the categories or mentioned here, then you can receive, like, I'm offering as part of like my service, like a free 30-minute consultation, like a Zoom consultation with the persons that check it out. So cool. That's on the first note, because I wanted to create something cool for this podcast. And then second is like, I just want to get it out there that I feel really like blessed, and I mean, to be able to have created like a business for myself here. At the same time, it's like the place that I consider like my home, because my heart is here. And then just to like see what has developed afterwards, it's like I just feel like very humbled and blessed to be able to serve to like the community of here. And hey,
how are your mom and dad? Sorry to interrupt. How are your mom and dad feeling right now?
Oh, they cannot believe it. They're like, actually, my father now, he wants to move to Nosara. So he has been coming like 15 days on, 15 days off. After this COVID, he has not come back. But like, he's part of the law firm. Now he's part of the law firm. It's like,
you should make him be the cook for the law firm, since you like his food so much.
Oh, I couldn't. He's like the boss. You meet him, he's like an Al Pacino type of guy. He's so funny, always drinking his like espresso, and like his presence is like, so like he would cook for you, but only like you don't tell him you have to cook. It's because he wants it.
Gotcha.
You know?
So he sounds like a very diverse man. So strong presence, amazing cook, and now a believer in Nosara.
Exactly. Now he's a believer in Nosara, a believer in my project, which is like basically I describe it as a boutique conscious law firm. It's like what we stand for, because it's like, it's not about the quantity of cases I can get. It's more about like how I see it. And this is because I have integrated in my business everything that Nosara has taught me, which is like, you know, live a much of a simpler life, like with happiness, simplicity. So it's not like, oh my God, how many cases I can have, how many clients. It's about like how many souls I can touch with like my service. And this has really like brought abundance to my life, because I see it in that way, you know. And if you see me in town, like I always go around and I'm in the grocery stores, and just feel free. Like everybody does this anyway, but like people always come, hey Nicole, I have a consultation, do you think? And I love it. So don't worry. You can ask me anything while you see me there. That's also another message I want to send across. But I just feel that any of us that is serving in that way is how it's supposed to be. It's your life mission, it's your purpose in this earth. And it's like, if you can find that way of making it like in your business, where you feel like it's more of a service that you're giving and how many souls you want to touch, like it's all good.
Well, hey, I really appreciate you coming in. It was nice getting to know you. Best wishes in your career here, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's such a pleasure, and also congratulations for this amazing project. I can be like thankful enough that you're doing this for like the community of the town, getting people to, you know, get out there, their businesses, and I think that's really special. So thank you.
Right on. You're very welcome.
Talk to you soon.